Hey guys, what's up? Turbo here, and I'm doing a video about something that's been kind of exploding on YouTube and the internet at large quite widely recently, and that is the controversy about CSGO Lotto. Now, most of you are probably quite aware about this by now. At least I should hope so if you keep your ear to the ground on stuff that's on YouTube. But I'm going to cover it anyway, throwing my 2 cents, as I sometimes do in these kind of videos, my personal opinion. So if you already know about the whole story, you're probably not going to learn anything new here. I'm just helping spread the word about what's kicked off. Now, to break it down reasonably quickly for you guys, if you've not heard about it, basically what happened, two large YouTubers, ProSyndicate and TmartN, were running a website. Now, they didn't disclose that they were running this website, and were encouraging people to go check it out. That in itself is already quite shady. The thing that is the most shady about it is the fact that it was a gambling site. Now, people can argue the semantics and the legal wranglings of the term gambling, because the legal definition of gambling means it has to involve money at all stages. But when you're betting in-game items that have a monetary value, I think it's going to become a bit of a grey area. And while not illegal, it was at very least highly questionable to be running this website, CSGO Lotto, where you could gamble your valuable skins in order to win other better skins or indeed money, when the target audience on Steam is from at least 13 years of age. Having a website where you can gamble and then encourage your followers to go gamble, when it turns out it's a website you own and you don't disclose that, is downright the most shadiest thing ever. Now, YouTube already has a little bit of a problem with undisclosed money's been handed around for reviews or coverage, favourable coverage sometimes, of games, items and websites. But it turned out, thanks to some brilliant research by some other YouTubers, that indeed Syndicate and TmartN created the website, and that they are vice president and president respectively. But they did not disclose this. They tried soon afterwards, after it all came out, to cover up the fact that they'd never disclosed it by changing the description of the YouTube video, saying something completely different to what it did before, but it was too late. The internet hive mind is always watching, and plenty of people screenshotted the fact that back in March it had never been disclosed during these promotions of this website. And in fact, in the guy's own words, he said, "Oh, we've found this website. I'm talking with these guys. They may give me some skins to help gamble on the website, and I might get a sponsorship deal with them." This is the guy's own website that he is the president of.
What I was talking about earlier, I want to talk to you guys about at the end of the video. I've been starting to bet a little bit more. Like Brock, like obviously you guys know he loves betting. He's posted a ton of betting videos on his channel and stuff. And he's been hitting me up. And we found this new site called CSGO Lotto. And we found this new site called CSGO Lotto.
You literally couldn't make this stuff up. But now they've had a lawyer sort of defending them, saying that, well, nothing illegal happened at all, and there's much worse websites out there. Like, that means fucking anything at all. The fact that they didn't bother to disclose anything and then really hurriedly tried to cover up the fact that they'd never said anything and then add the information in later is still shady. If they'd done nothing wrong, they wouldn't have had to engage in this damage control in trying to say, we didn't do anything wrong, it was always public knowledge that we own this site. Yeah, if you fucking Google the website and do some digging, who's doing that? We shouldn't have to be searching the owners of every website that a YouTuber recommends. especially if they're not saying they have any affiliation with it. Absolutely nothing was told to their combined 10 million or so followers. Nothing was said. And now they're engaged in damage control, doing really, really fucking hilarious apology videos, and then trying to blame everybody else, basically. It's a shit show, guys, and while I do try to stay reasonably clear of drama on YouTube, this is again one of those things, a bit like the Keemstar issue, where I feel like I have to say something. I might not be a massive channel, but I feel as though I have to do my bit to my followers in case you haven't heard about this, in case you are fans of these guys, in case you've used this website and been ripped off. Because lawsuits are probably going to happen, guys. There's already a lawsuit being put into effect by a bunch of people against Valve for basically starting this shit, but I can see lawsuits happening and investigations happening by groups like the FTC and probably like the UK equivalent, people like trading standards and gambling agencies, because what has been done is downright scummy. It was also highly amusing to me to see in one of TmartN's apology quote-unquote videos that he was describing himself as two separate entities, technically, by saying that TmartN Enterprises, a company that he is the owner of, the president of, and that CSGO Lotto, that he is the president of, the creator of, is actually two separate entities. Dude, you are not two separate entities. You are the head of both, and I'm not going to try and claim to have knowledge of the legal ramifications of that, but saying that another company is paying you to do a video when you own both companies is not exactly being truthful to your audience at all. If I create Turbo Productions Inc. and then create a gambling site called TurboPointsGamble.inc, and then I say, hey, TurboPoints.inc is sponsoring me to do this video, that would be disclosing it, but it wouldn't exactly be being honest. And you did neither. You didn't disclose it, and you didn't make it known that both companies were actually owned by yourself. You can't just make two separate companies and then claim that both are completely separate, because I suppose they are separate companies, but they're both owned by you. I mean, maybe that is the legal loophole in the system. I don't know, but it's just unbelievably and really simply, basically wrong. I mean, to be telling people that are calling you out as like low forms of human life and disgusting and making stuff up, you are really, really stretching how hypocritical you could be without looking like a total ass. And it's not like these guys needed a get-rich-quick scheme to begin with. They could have announced that they owned the website. They had multiple opportunities to do so, but didn't. They are already some of the wealthiest YouTubers. I mean, in the guy's apology video, you could see that he lives in a very nice house and has very nice things. They didn't need to do this kind of scam, because that's what it was. It was a scam. And now various videos have been deleted and various posts have been removed, but they can't hide the fact the internet is always watching. So, yeah. Like I say, various other people have done some great videos exposing how these guys owned the websites from the get-go, didn't miraculously come to own them later on, or any of that shit. They created it, made it from the ground up, and were president and vice president from the get-go. So yeah, they've tried changing it and taking stuff back, but it's too late now. The internet, like I say, is always watching. So if you get caught out in a lie, you can be pretty sure people are going to actually come get you. So yeah, shout outs here to H3H3 Productions, who made this blow up from the original guy who created the expose video, Honor the Call, I believe his name was. But yeah, guys, check these guys out. Stay clear of the people behind these kind of scams, and stay clear of the scams in general. My name was Turbo. This was my opinion, and sorry if I've offended anybody by adding my voice to the already massive sea of people talking about this. But I'll have a little funny clip at the end of the video anyway, taking the piss out of TmartN's apology, because God, it was awful. And if you do get a chance to watch it from any of the real uploads, because he deleted it, because he's an idiot, and people have re-uploaded it, you should watch it, because it's pretty funny. Thanks for watching, guys. See you soon. I just want you guys to know that I'm like really, really sorry. I'm so sorry that I made you gamble. It's your fault. You should not be gambling. This was all public record that Turbo Points could be gambled on turbopointscsgo.com. And I have no affiliation with them, by the way. It's a total coincidence that my name is part of the title. It's your fault for going there and betting. Are you of legal age for gambling? No? Then you should go bet at Turbo Points CSGO. No, don't you do that. It's your fault. And I'm really, really sorry that I didn't reveal everything. That was all public knowledge since forever. Yeah, since forever. I bought the website quite recently. It's a coincidence that it's called Turbo. A happy coincidence. And I'm really, 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 really sorry.